was not it, then all of a sudden you became it, but your mind was still not it. So it's like you can't really make that. You can't really make the best, the most out of having an attractive face, out of being handsome, because your mind doesn't really register that. So your behaviors, the way you move, is not the way that a handsome person would move. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Marv Over Matter, back with yet another video. And look, man, today what I'm gonna talk about is the reason 99% of handsome men struggle with women, right? The reason 99% of handsome men struggle. So I'm thinking about it. I'm watching all these videos. I watch a lot of other creators. That's how I got into this space. I got inspired by some of the other creators who gave really good game, and then I was able to learn and kind of just understand what's going on with women. And the thing is, like, I'm just thinking, like, bro, why is it that there's so many handsome, attractive dudes that need so much help? Because realistically, when you think about it, if you're handsome, you should not need so much help. It should come easier. It shouldn't be harder. It almost feels like it's harder for handsome, attractive men than it is for like just regular average men. Because I feel like there's way more of a push behind all the handsome man's game than there is for like regular men's game. And you would think they need all the push in the world, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like it kind of doesn't make sense that the people it's supposed to be easiest for have the hardest time, or it seems like they need the most help, right? So I'm thinking about this, and I realized what it was, because I was one of those people that had that problem. I was one of those handsome dudes that just had trouble with girls, and I could not figure it out for the longest time. And then I did figure it out, because you realize there's certain things you can do, certain things you can't do, whatever. But a lot of those things that I learned, had I known one thing, had I realized one thing, I would have done all those naturally, right? And the one thing that, handsome guys, the one reason that you struggle is because you're not really fully aware and not fully accepting the fact that you're handsome. Like and it's not your fault, because unless you're just a dude that was born like, and you just had it since like 5th grade, and you just been getting girls since 5th grade, and it's just been a natural thing. It's just been like girls come up to you, girls come up to you, girls come up to you. Like if that wasn't the case for you, then and you got handsome later, then you probably, like, your mind is shot. That's why there's some handsome guys that are just like, you're like, bro, this dude just got it. He has it. He's always had it. He's just completely chill. He's whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. It's not because they're more handsome. It's just because they've been handsome longer. They've been handsome since the beginning. So because of that, they're just more comfortable, and they understand the game, because the game just kind of happened for them almost. They didn't have to like go learn it. It was just happening for them. So unless you're one of those dudes that since the beginning it was up, you're in this weird mental space, right? So like my story, which I'm sure is similar to a lot of y'all stories, is as a kid, I did not have it, bro. I had it. I feel like I should have had it, but I just didn't have it. I feel like it might just be my personality. I don't know what it is, but I was getting rejected crazy from the beginning. Elementary, I remember middle school, nothing. There was like, I was kind of fixated on like the same, let's be real, I was fixated on like the same 4 girls. So maybe that also had something to do with it. Like I just kind of like asked this one out, she said no, then asked this one out, she said no, then asked this one out, she said no, then repeat. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I was doing. So that could be a part of the reason. I made my pool small. I limited it, like I said, to just certain girls. But to me, that was me having taste. That was me being like, no, these are the girls that I want, right? Looking back, was it good taste? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's neither here nor there. But I wasn't getting the girls that I wanted, right? That's the point. I wasn't getting the girls that I wanted, and I felt the rejection. So then I moved on to high school. After my experience in elementary and middle school, in high school, I didn't even try. I was just like, I just accepted girls do not like me. They don't like me. That's just what it is, right? So 9th grade, I didn't try anything. 10th grade, I started switching up my style, and then I started getting girls complimenting me, but my mind was shot, bro. I was just on some like they don't like me, like oh okay they think I'm handsome, but they're not gonna want to date me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. My mind was just shot. I don't even think I really registered that they thought I was handsome because they didn't at that point they wasn't saying stuff like you're handsome. They were saying stuff like, oh, you have nice eyelashes. Oh, you have nice whatever. Like they would pick features. I think like this girl was like, you have a really nice body. Like you could model for Abercrombie. Like she said something like that, but like to me that didn't register. My mind was like, girls do not like me. So 11th grade, I'm getting a little bit more extreme compliments now. And I'm like, it just, I couldn't believe it though. I'm like, nah, I don't get it. I spent so many years getting like not cooked, but so many years getting like rejected that I was just like, nah. Like at this point, I needed a girl to be like, hey, I want you. I need you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I kind of needed. So 12th grade, same thing. I literally had so many compliments. Nothing really happened. Then I got to college and a girl like, by this time I was believing it. I just didn't know how to make it happen, right? Like, cause I knew, okay, I'm not ugly because girls are telling me I'm not ugly, but I didn't know what to do with that. There was nothing. There was no type of like, cause you go from okay, I used to try. Now all of a sudden, if I try, it's gonna work. Like that's a hard jump to make, right? So I didn't really try like that. I remember like how I actually lost my virginity was a girl. She was a senior in high school and I was a freshman in college. I was like a year older than her. So my friends wrestled in high school. All my best friends, they were all wrestlers in high school. And now that we're in college, one of my friends, his little brother, just got into high school and he started wrestling. So we would go back. Me and his brother would go back and kind of like just like work out with them, and like they would play basketball sometimes. So I would play basketball with them. Like it was just they were mad cool with the coaches, and like because they were mad cool with the coaches messed with me. So then we were all cool. But there was a girl that was like on the wrestling team. There was two girls on the wrestling team. One of them, and they both looked good, but one of them in particular I thought looked good. And so like I remember my friend saying like, "Yo, I think she's feeling you," and I was like, "Really? Okay, cool." I was like, "What makes you think that?" And then he was like, "Well, I told her that you were feeling her," and she was like, "Nah, if he was feeling me, he would have said something." So then I was like, I mean, at the time, I'm like, little do you know, I wouldn't say a damn thing to you because I don't know what to say to you. But at this point, I'm like, okay, so she's feeling me because if she was like, she would have said some negative thing like, oh, ew, like, she would have said some shit like that if she wasn't feeling me. So I'm like, okay, she is feeling me, but bro, I'm like, what do I say? So my boy literally messages her like he's messaging as me on Facebook. And then he gets it going, and then I take over, and then we plan a time to like meet up and fight. That was our thing. We were gonna wrestle. That's what we were gonna do. But yeah. So like that, it was to the point where it was that bad that like I couldn't think of anything to say because I'm just like in my mind I'm like, no, girls do not like me, right? That like my mind is just shot, and I feel like. That's not maybe your story's a little bit different, but the main points you hit, like you was not it, then all of a sudden you became it, but your mind was still not it. So it's like you can't really make the best, the most out of having an attractive face, out of being handsome, because your mind doesn't really register that. So your behaviors, the way you move, is not the way that a handsome person would move, because that natural confidence that comes with being handsome, like the things that you learn in the handsomeness game is just stuff you would do if you knew you were handsome. That's just what it is. Like, so it's not anything out of the ordinary. It's like if you knew, okay, all the girls like me, you're not gonna be thirsty. It's just it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be thirsty because okay, these girls like me. Like, it's not a big deal. If this one, she's acting up, I don't care. I'm gonna move on quick. You know what I'm saying? Like You like these things that you're supposed to do. You wouldn't be trying to text her crazy because it's like I don't need to text her crazy. Like she's gonna come to me. These are just these. This is literally just handsome man's game is literally just teaching you confidence in your handsomeness. Like it's just teaching you, yo, you have mad options. Just like relax. It's breaking it down piece by piece, but if you put it all together, that's all it is. It's just like the behaviors naturally that you would have if you really truly believed that you were handsome. You would just be like, bro, I got it. Like, I'm chill. And from that state, you would do all the right things. And that's the problem handsome men have. You're not really believing it, so you're not really confident like you're supposed to be. So you're moving like you're not handsome. And your behaviors are erratic. They're anxious. Like it's all out of anxiety. If you really truly believed and knew that you were handsome, and you had faith in it, and you were just like, bro, I know what it is. You're not gonna be anxious. You're not gonna be like, oh, is she gonna text me back? You're like, bro, she can wait a month. I know she's gonna text me back. I know she's gonna text me back. She can try to pretend like she don't like me for as long as she wanna pretend, but I know she does. Am I gonna wait around for her? No, I don't have to. I'm gonna get this girl. But when she come back, you know what I'm saying? If she look good, I'm gonna take her. Like it gotta be that type of like energy, that type of swagger, that type of like, I got it, bro. It just is what it is. And if it's not that, then you're moving anxious, you're moving scared, and now you fumbling the bag. Now you're not getting what you want to get. And that's the problem, man. Like it's not really that. It's deep. It's a deep rooted issue, but it's not complicated. It's simple. You just don't believe it. You just don't believe you're handsome. So you move like you're not handsome. And that's the problem. And that's most of these guys, because like I said, if you come from a place where you weren't getting girls and then all of a sudden, snap your fingers, you do a couple of things and now you're supposedly supposed to be getting girls. Now you're handsome all of a sudden. It's like, how do you change your brain? How would you change your brain to like, you know what I'm saying? Your brain chemistry, you form synapses that tell you these girls don't like me. Then all of a sudden you're supposed to just change it. Like that takes time. That takes time, man. So that's like, and really the only solution to that is you're just gonna have to like experience things. Like you have to do the handsome man's game, and then you see like it's like you're reverse engineering it. You're doing the behaviors to get the belief instead of having the belief that will give you the behaviors. But at this point, your mind is cooked, so you have to do that. You don't have a choice. That's what I had to do. My mind was cooked. It was cooked. I had no like. I just had to believe, like, it wasn't that I was like, yeah, I'm a handsome guy. It's just like, I know people think I'm handsome. It's not that I believed I was handsome. It's like, I know people think I'm handsome. And that's really what it was. It didn't come from the inside. It came from like knowing how people behave. It's happened consistently enough. Okay, this must be true. It's almost like somebody, like I learned it. You know what I'm saying? I learned that I was handsome. It wasn't like, I was like, this is my experience. I know that I'm handsome. And that's what you got to do. It wasn't until I went out and I was like approaching girls and I was like dealing with girls and I'm dealing with different situations and I'm like, okay, this seems to keep happening. This keeps happening to the point where it built like a knowing that like, oh, okay. Wherever I go, because wherever I go, I end up talking to a girl and it's usually the best looking girl or one of the best looking girls. And I'm like, okay, this happens everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. And I'm paying attention. It happens everywhere I go. Okay. So now after you let's say you change a job, you go to a new school, you move to a new place, you change a job, you go to a new school, you move to a different, you know what I'm saying? And every single time you end up talking to girls that look good, every single time you end up like effortlessly getting a girl, that happens enough, you're gonna believe it. That's why the dudes that get it from the beginning, that's why they're confident. It's because, okay, it's been happening since first grade. They had 5 girlfriends in first grade. They had 5 girlfriends in second grade. They had 5 girlfriends in third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade. You know what I'm saying? It's like, getting a girl is not gonna be an issue. That's just how they're thinking. It just happened to them earlier. You just have to go through that phase now in your late teens, 20s, 30s maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is what it is, but you got to put yourself out there so that you can have this experience, so you can build the knowing, build the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that you are handsome. And you'll know it for yourself. Like, this is my experience. This is what it is. All right, so like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, man. Is this your story? Is this what happened to you? Maybe you haven't realized that yet. Maybe that's why you don't understand why you're going through the problems that you're going through with women. It's because you don't really move like you're handsome, because you don't really believe it. You don't really know it. You know what I'm saying? You haven't put yourself in the fire to really test it and really be like, okay, or you haven't been paying attention to your life thus far, even you might be ignoring your own experiences. You probably ignoring your own experience of like, okay, think about it. Wherever you go, you end up talking to a girl. That's not a normal experience. There's dudes that be at a job, don't talk to no girls. Be at another job, don't talk to no girls. Be at school, don't talk to no girls. Be out, you know what I'm saying? Move cities, talk to no girls. Like, they're in the friend zone all the time. Okay, whenever they make a move, it's really a no. Girls never make a move towards them, right? So you would be foolish to believe, okay, everywhere I go, I end up talking to a girl. Girls make moves on me. When I make moves on girls, they respond positively. Do they play games? Yeah, sure. But they respond positively. You know what I'm saying? They're not like, ew, no, or no, thank you, running away from you. That's some guy's reality. And you're blowing the small problems that you're having out of proportion, and it's making you ignore your own experience. You know what I'm saying? So think about so just relax. You know what I'm saying? Just chill out. Go through the experiences. Put yourself in the fire. Pay attention to the point where you reprogram your brain, and you learn, and you know that you're handsome. You're like, okay, this is real. And then when you get it on the inside and you know it, you can move different. You can move calm. You can relax, bro. You can chill. You can have fun. You can actually have fun. Like, it's to the point now. Like, okay, if I'm out and I just catch a girl looking at me, like, it doesn't happen. It's hard to catch because they're very, very good at not showing it. You know what I'm saying? That subtle, like, they just want to check you out, but they don't want you to see that they're checking you out. But when I catch it and then I see them look away, like, before I would be like, oh shit, she looked at me. Okay, all right. Does she like me? Is she feeling me? And I would judge. And I'd be like, damn, she looks good. I mean, she probably just looked at me because, and I start overthinking it, whatever. Now I'm like, I caught her. She's dead. now. Okay, this is the main difference, right? When your mind is shot and you're like, girls don't like me. If she looks at you and then she looks away, and this comes with just knowing girls as well. But if she looks at you and she looks away, and then she doesn't look at you again, you're gonna think, or you don't see her look at you again, you're gonna think, when your mind is shot, you're gonna think, oh no, she just looked at me because I walked by, right? But when you know that you're handsome, like you really know it, you're like, okay, I'm handsome, so all girls find me handsome. That's it. That's just what it, like, I'm attractive to 90% of girls. Let's say 80. I'll be humble. 80% of girls I'm attractive to 80% of girls, right? So the chances that a girl is gonna see me and not be attracted to me is slim. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, you're not looking for, because for a long time I was looking for like specific signs. Like, I'm looking for a girl just to keep looking at me the whole day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what some girls do. Now that I know that, back to that situation, if I catch a girl look at me and then never look at me again, I'm like, she's dead. I caught her. Now she's doing everything she can to not look at me. But I know deep down she looked at me. So she wants me. And I just know it. Because I have this history, I have this experience, I have this life that's told me that more than likely she likes me. And so I believe it. So now I can move differently. I don't have to be like how I got my last girl, right? We worked together, and she was very like open and friendly to me because I was new, and she's a friendly girl, whatever. She was open and new to me. But it's like, I didn't jump on it because she was friendly and nice. Like, it probably could have happened sooner. Like, our relationship probably could have developed sooner. I could have like immediately been like, hey, it was like, okay, cool, yeah, let's try to hang out, boom, boom, boom. But I'm like, I know she likes me. I know it. I don't have to move fast. I can take my time. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta be thirsty because your thirstiness comes out of you thinking, I gotta do this now or it's never gonna happen. No, when you're handsome and you know you're handsome, you know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. It's gonna be better the longer you wait because now she's in her mind. She's building up the suspense. She's liking you more. She's fantasizing more. She has a chance to like get to really see you and be like, ooh, and develop that lust for you, develop that crush for you even deeper. With more time, she's marinating. You let her marinate. You scared to let her marinate because you don't think you're handsome. You don't believe it. So you trying to rush everything. That's why dudes rush everything. Relax, chill out. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be alright. So that's the number one problem. Like I said, the problem that 99.99999% of handsome guys have is you had an experience where you didn't know you were handsome. Or you had an experience where you felt rejected. Now all of a sudden you're handsome and your mind has not made that switch. Alright, so I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man. Mind over matter, Marvel over matter. Let's get it.